KINO DER TOTEN is one of the most iconic zombies maps. It's one of the first places our Ultimus characters collectively visit in the storyline. The theater is riddled with bodies in cryogenic tubes. It has an awesome Easter egg song, mysterious paintings on the wall, and of course the failed zombies experiment, or the Nova 6 crawlers. Now, the Nova 6 crawlers are extremely annoying special zombies. They emit a toxic gas that causes your character to be unable to see properly, and upon these crawlers exploding, this toxic gas may actually cause you to go down. Now, in today's video, I hope to share with you all a super awesome trick or tip in KINO DER TOTEN that allows you guys to survive to even higher rounds and not have to deal with these Nova 6 crawlers. I know that they're not that big of a deal, but at times they could become an extreme nuisance just because they're so small and low to the ground. You may not be able to see them, and that could cause you to go down if you accidentally forget to kill one and all of a sudden it explodes, causing your character to get damaged, and then you get swarmed by a bunch of zombies. Now, this feature was actually in the original KINO DER TOTEN back in Black Ops 1, and I was surprised that it's still in the Black Ops 3 version of KINO DER TOTEN. Now, as I said, this is pertaining to the Nova 6 crawlers, and if you guys have paid any attention to the gameplay, you may be able to notice that there have been no Nova 6 crawlers on round 22. That's because I've made it into the back alley and I've been outside since the start of the round. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Nova 6 crawlers only spawn inside the theater in the beginning of the round and throughout, so if you're training on the stage or you're training in the speed cola room, these Nova 6 crawlers are going to spawn pretty much the entire round. But as I said, because I've made it outside into the back alley, by the time the round starts, the Nova 6 crawlers don't spawn. So the main point of today's video is to let you guys know that you need to be in the back alley somewhere outside before the start of that next round in order for the Nova 6 crawlers to not even spawn. Now, this is an extremely effective tip that I hope you guys can use to your advantage, especially if you're playing solo. Now, I know a lot of solo strategy people don't like training in the alley, but I promise you guys there are some pretty effective training routes that you can use in this back alley to get to very high rounds. As opposed to just training on the Kino stage or inside of the speed cola room, there are definitely some effective routes that you can run in this back alley to get to very high rounds on this map. Now, some of the most memorable times that I've had on KINO DER TOTEN is when I'm playing 4-player with my friends and we're all camping together in the back alley. Instead of opening the door that I did in today's gameplay, we keep that door closed and we all camp by the double tap machine, looking towards the other end of the alley while one person watches that back window. So obviously, you guys can see that I successfully completed round 23, which was a dog round, and now you'll see that because I'm in the back alley at the start of round 24, I hadn't gone inside. That means no Nova 6 crawlers will spawn throughout this entire round. Now, of course, I've already explained why this is beneficial, but keep in mind, this works with however many players you're playing with in the game. So if you're doing this solo, of course, you need to be outside before the next round starts in order for no Nova 6 crawlers to spawn. If you're playing with 2 players, you both need to be in the alley. 3, all 3 of you need to be in the alley before the start of the round. And of course, if you're playing with 4 players and you're camping in this alley, just make sure that everyone is in the back alley before the start of that next round in order to ensure that no Nova 6 crawlers ever spawn throughout the entire round. Now, I'm not claiming that this is something that's not well known in KINO DER TOTEN, but what I am saying is that it's something that not a lot of people know about, especially some of the new guys in the zombies community. There could be a ton of brand new people who may not have even played Black Ops 1 Zombies, which means they never played a lot of the remastered maps that Treyarch have brought back with Zombies Chronicles, because there could be some people in the zombies community that started playing zombies as late as Black Ops 3. Now, that's not a bad thing by any means, means it's super awesome to see how the zombies community has grown, but what that does mean is that some of these novice players may not know some of the tricks about some of the old maps. So if you were paying any attention to the gameplay, you clearly saw that we successfully completed round 24 with no Nova 6 crawlers, and now on round 25 I've decided to walk inside of the theater, and clearly you can see the Nova 6 crawlers are already spawning. And I'm even going to run back to the alley, and you'll be able to see that those Nova 6 crawlers actually come outside to this alley. So it's not like the Nova 6 crawlers don't go outside whatsoever, because they do. You will see that they will come out and try to attack me. But if you start the round outside and you don't go inside throughout the entire round, the Nova 6 crawlers will not spawn outside. So as you guys can clearly see, the Nova 6 crawlers are in fact in the back alley, but if you start this round in the back alley, they will not spawn. Now I know that this is a very subtle trick or tip, but I thought that it was super interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys, and if you already knew about it, well, that's awesome. I'm super happy for you, and I don't know. Regardless, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new. I've got a ton of really awesome videos that I'm about to work on, and you guys don't want to miss them, so make sure you subscribe so you never miss a future upload here on my channel. With that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.